It started like an ordinary day. People boarding planes, families shopping, kids laughing in schoolyards. But in an instant, the world changed forever. Without warning, millions of people vanished into thin air. No sound, no explanation. Just empty clothes left behind, as if their bodies were never there. Chaos erupted, planes fell from the sky, cars crashed with no drivers. Mothers screamed for their children. In the blink of an eye, the world descended into madness. What force could erase half of humanity in seconds? Was it a scientific anomaly, a terrorist attack, or something far more biblical? This is Left Behind 2014, and the truth behind the disappearance is darker and more terrifying than anyone could have imagined. The movie begins with a familiar scene at JFK Airport, but beneath its busy, chaotic energy, something feels off. Chloe Steele arrives, dragging her luggage through the terminal, full of anticipation. She's come home to surprise her father, Rayford Steele, for his birthday. But when she calls her mother, the excitement fades. Rayford isn't home. He's been unexpectedly called to pilot a transatlantic flight to London. Chloe's disappointment grows. As she waits in the terminal, her attention is drawn to a nearby dispute. A man and a woman are engaged in an intense religious conversation. The woman speaks of end times, prophecy, and faith. The man appears confused, even alarmed. Chloe, raised in a home divided between belief and skepticism, can't resist stepping in. She challenges the woman. If God is real, if he really knows everything, then why does he allow innocent people to suffer? The woman tries to answer, citing scripture, but Chloe brushes her off and leads the man away from the awkward encounter. The man introduces himself as Cameron Buck Williams, a well-known investigative journalist. He thanks Chloe for stepping in. They share a short conversation, light but tinged with philosophical unease. Their chat is cut short when Chloe sees her father, Rayford, walking through the terminal. But he's not alone. He's with a flight attendant. Chloe's heart sinks a little. She notices his hand, no wedding ring. Ray says casually, "I take it off during flights." Chloe isn't buying it. The woman is just a colleague, he insists, but Chloe senses distance and secrets. Ray gives Chloe the car keys and rushes off for his flight. She watches him disappear behind security, questions swirling in her mind. Meanwhile, aboard the jet, Ray checks in with the control tower. A minor issue with outdated navigation equipment is brushed aside. He's cleared for takeoff. The engines roar to life, and the plane lifts into the sky. Destination, London. Chloe returns home, where she's greeted by the pure joy of her little brother Ramy and the calm presence of her mother, Irene. But calm quickly turns to tension when Irene, gently but persistently, brings up Faith. She warns Chloe that something is coming, something they're not ready for. But Chloe, already upset about her dad, lashes out. "You always make it about God," she snaps before storming out. Ramy catches up to her and asks to go to the mall. Chloe hesitates. She's upset, unsure, but agrees. She just wants to do something normal. Something easy, but normal is about to shatter. The mall bustles with life. Music plays, shoppers laugh. Chloe and Ramy wander through stores, sharing a rare sibling moment of peace. Then, everything changes. In the blink of an eye, Ramy vanishes. One moment, he's beside her. The next, nothing. His clothes, his shoes, still there. But Ramy, gone. Chloe's scream echoes through the mall. She isn't alone. All around her, chaos erupts. Mothers cry out. Children are missing. Drivers crash their carts. The floor is littered with clothes, bags, glasses, even pacifiers, left behind by people who simply cease to exist. At 30,000 feet, Rayford's plane is also in turmoil. His co-pilot has disappeared mid-flight. Ray is alone in the cockpit. Passengers scream. Parents cry. Seatbelts hang empty. Chaos reigns. Ray grabs the intercom and instructs Hattie, the flight attendant, to calm the cabin. He takes over full control of the aircraft. Panic ripples through the metal tube in the sky. Ray tries to reach air traffic control. No response. Then suddenly, another aircraft appears on his radar. It's flying directly toward them. He attempts contact. No answer. That plane is pilotless too. He yanks the yoke. The planes scrape. Ray's wing takes damage and catches fire. The other jet spirals downward toward the Earth. Ray's plane levels out, but the damage is done. Meanwhile, Buck begins filming the empty seats and scattered belongings on board. He speaks with terrified passengers, including a woman in hysterics who claims this was prophesied in the Bible. She believes the righteous have been taken. The rapture, she whispers. They're gone to be with God. Chloe rushes home, praying Raimi somehow made it back. She runs through the front door, calling out his name. But the house is empty. The shower is running. She opens the bathroom door and sees something chilling. Her mother's wedding ring, cross necklace, and clothes, all neatly left behind in the tub. Irene is gone. Chloe drops to her knees in disbelief. On the plane, Ray digs through the belongings of the vanished. He finds crosses, Bibles, devotionals, clues that all the missing passengers shared one thing: belief. Hattie is stunned when Ray shares his theory. "You never believed in God," she says. "Why now?" Ray doesn't know. But something is clicking. The woman who warned everyone before now shouts with clarity, "This is the rapture. God has taken his people." Chloe, desperate and broken, visits the church her mother used to attend. She finds Pastor Barnes alone. His face is hollow with guilt. She demands answers. "Why are you still here?" He confesses. He preached, quoted scripture, led sermons, but never truly believed. Not deep down, not in his heart. He took the true believers, he tells her. It was never about religion. It was always about faith. Ray finally reaches air traffic control. The controller confirms his worst fear. It's not just their plane. This is a global event. Millions, maybe more, are gone. But there's no safe place to land. JFK is full. LaGuardia is shut down. There's no runway left open. Fuel is running out. Ray needs to act fast. Buck manages to get through to Chloe. She speaks with her father. Tears fall. They apologize. They reconnect. Ray tells her he doesn't think he can land the plane. Chloe won't accept that. She finds an abandoned highway and races to clear it. She drives a truck up and down the road, pushing debris aside. Still, the path is invisible from the sky. Thinking quickly, Chloe finds oil barrels near a construction site. She drags them to the highway, pours gasoline, and lights a flare. The fire bursts to life, a signal in the darkness. Ray sees the flames from the cockpit and makes his decision. He announces an emergency landing. No power, no runway, just one chance. The passengers brace. The aircraft descends fast, too fast. They hit the ground, tires exploding, metal grinding, sparks shooting out. But miraculously, they survive. Emergency lights flash. Smoke billows. But they're alive. Hattie opens the doors. Passengers rush into the night air. Among the chaos, Chloe runs through the darkness. She sees him, Ray, her father. He's alive. They embrace, sobbing. The world has changed forever. But in this moment, they are together. And in that embrace, there's a spark of something new. Hope.